Could your daily grooming routine be revealing life-threatening heart problems that you're completely unaware of? In the next 16 minutes, I'll show you 6 specific grooming changes that immediately alert doctors to heart failure, plus simple steps you can take today to monitor your cardiovascular health. Sign number 3 is so subtle that most seniors think it's just normal aging, but emergency room doctors recognize it instantly as a sign of advanced heart failure requiring immediate treatment. Evelyn from Chicago went to her beauty salon for her regular appointment when her hairdresser noticed her fingernails looked different and suggested she see a doctor. That observation led to the discovery of heart failure that had been silently progressing for months, potentially saving Evelyn's life through early detection and treatment. Sign 1. Fingernail clubbing and color changes. Are your fingernails becoming rounded, bulged, or turning blue or purple under the nail bed during your daily grooming routine? The Mayo Clinic identifies nail clubbing and cyanosis as classic signs of poor oxygenation due to heart failure, indicating your heart isn't pumping oxygen-rich blood effectively throughout your circulatory system. Nail clubbing occurs when the tissue under your nail bed swells from lack of oxygen, causing the nail to curve downward and the fingertip to appear enlarged and rounded like the end of a drumstick. This distinctive shape change develops gradually over months as your heart's pumping efficiency declines, making it difficult for oxygen-rich blood to reach your extremities where your body needs it most for cellular function and tissue health. The color changes in your nail beds provide an immediate visual indicator of how well your heart is delivering oxygenated blood to your peripheral tissues. Healthy nail beds should appear pink when you press on them and return to pink color within 2 seconds after you release the pressure, indicating good circulation and adequate oxygen delivery. When your heart begins failing, your nail beds may appear blue, purple, or grayish because oxygen-depleted blood has a darker color that shows through the translucent nail tissue. These color changes become most apparent during grooming activities, when you're looking closely at your hands in good lighting, making your bathroom mirror an important diagnostic tool for detecting early heart problems. Your fingernails serve as windows into your cardiovascular health because they require consistent blood flow to maintain their normal appearance and growth patterns. As heart failure progresses, your body prioritizes blood flow to vital organs like your brain and kidneys, reducing circulation to less essential areas like your fingertips and nail beds. This redirection of blood flow causes the characteristic changes that trained medical professionals can spot immediately, even when patients haven't noticed the gradual transformation occurring over weeks or months of declining heart function. Samuel from Portland noticed his nails looked puffy and had a bluish tint that his barber pointed out during a routine haircut. His doctor confirmed that these nail changes indicated significant heart failure that required immediate treatment to prevent further cardiovascular deterioration and potential life-threatening complications. Check your nail beds daily for color changes by pressing on each nail and observing how quickly the pink color returns, and photograph your fingernails weekly to track any gradual changes in shape or color that might be difficult to notice day by day. Monitor your nails starting today because they're reliable windows into your heart's health and can provide early warning signs that allow for prompt medical intervention before your condition becomes critical. Sign 2. Difficulty completing grooming routines due to breathlessness. Do you find yourself getting winded while brushing your teeth, combing your hair, or taking a shower when these activities never caused breathing problems before? Johns Hopkins cardiologists report that shortness of breath during simple grooming activities is an early indicator of heart failure as your weakened heart struggles to meet the increased oxygen demands that even mild physical activity creates. This breathlessness occurs because your failing heart cannot pump enough blood to deliver adequate oxygen to your muscles and organs during activities that require you to raise your arms, bend over, or move around your bathroom. The shower environment compounds this problem because warm, humid air contains less oxygen than cool, dry air, making it even harder for your compromised cardiovascular system to meet your body's oxygen needs during routine bathing and grooming activities. Your heart normally increases its pumping rate and strength when your body needs more oxygen during physical activity, but heart failure prevents this normal cardiovascular response from occurring effectively. Simple grooming tasks like washing your hair, shaving, or applying makeup require more energy and oxygen than you might realize, involving arm movements above your heart level that challenge your cardiovascular system's ability to pump blood against gravity. When your heart cannot meet these increased demands, you experience shortness of breath, fatigue, and the need to rest during activities that should be effortless for someone with normal heart function. The progressive nature of this symptom makes it particularly dangerous because many seniors gradually adapt their routines to accommodate increasing breathlessness without recognizing it as a serious medical warning sign. You might start taking breaks while brushing your teeth, sitting down to comb your hair, or shortening your showers without realizing these modifications indicate declining heart function. This adaptation process can delay medical intervention until heart failure reaches advanced stages where treatment options become more limited and less effective. Martha from Kansas City had to sit down multiple times while styling her hair, initially blaming her breathlessness on being out of shape. Her cardiologist's examination revealed that her heart was pumping at only 40% efficiency, explaining why simple grooming tasks had become exhausting and required frequent rest periods. Time. How long you can perform grooming tasks without stopping to rest and track any decreases in your endurance during activities like showering, hairstyling, or teeth brushing that should be easy to complete. Keep a simple log of when you need to rest during grooming routines, noting the specific activities that cause breathlessness and how long you need to recover. Don't ignore breathlessness during daily activities because it's your heart crying for help and indicating that your cardiovascular system needs immediate medical evaluation and treatment. Sign 3. Facial puffiness and swelling. Has your face become noticeably puffy, especially around your eyes and cheeks when you look in the mirror during your morning grooming routine? Harvard Medical School researchers identify facial edema as a sign of fluid retention caused by heart failure, particularly noticeable during morning grooming routines when you're looking closely at your reflection in good bathroom lighting. This facial swelling occurs because your weakened heart cannot effectively pump blood and lymphatic fluid back from your head and face, causing these fluids to accumulate in the soft tissues around your eyes, cheeks, and jawline overnight when you've been lying flat for several hours. The swelling typically appears most pronounced in the morning because gravity hasn't had the opportunity to pull the excess fluid downward toward your legs and feet, where it normally accumulates during daytime hours when you're upright and active. Facial edema from heart failure differs from occasional puffiness that might result from eating salty foods, sleeping poorly, or seasonal allergies because heart-related swelling persists throughout the day and gradually worsens over time. Your face contains loose connective tissue that readily accommodates excess fluid, making facial swelling one of the earliest visible signs of fluid retention that you can easily observe during your daily grooming routine. The swelling often starts subtly around your eyelids and under your eyes, areas where the skin is thinnest and most likely to show fluid accumulation before progressing to more obvious puffiness in your cheeks and around your jawline. This fluid retention indicates that your heart's pumping function has declined to the point where your cardiovascular system cannot maintain proper fluid balance throughout your body. Your kidneys respond to poor heart function by retaining more sodium and water in an attempt to maintain blood volume. But this compensatory mechanism actually worsens the problem by increasing the total amount of fluid your weakened heart must circulate. The result is a dangerous cycle where fluid retention makes your heart work harder, while your heart's declining function makes fluid retention progressively worse. Kenneth from Tampa noticed his face looked swollen in their morning bathroom mirror, especially around his eyes, which his wife pointed out during their regular morning routine. His emergency room evaluation revealed advanced heart failure with dangerous fluid overload that required immediate treatment to prevent pulmonary edema and respiratory failure. Take a photo of your face each morning before applying makeup or shaving, and compare these daily images for changes in puffiness or swelling around your eyes, cheeks, and jawline that might develop gradually over time. Press gently on the puffy areas to see if your finger leaves an indentation that takes several seconds to disappear, which indicates significant fluid retention requiring medical attention. Facial swelling is your body's warning that your heart needs immediate medical attention because fluid retention can quickly progress to life-threatening complications affecting your lungs and breathing. Sign 4. Pale or bluish skin tone. Does your complexion look noticeably paler or have a grayish-blue tint, especially visible during grooming activities in good bathroom lighting? The American Heart Association identifies skin color changes as indicators of poor circulation and inadequate oxygenation due to failing heart function, with these changes becoming most apparent when you're examining your face closely during daily grooming routines. This pallor or cyanosis occurs because your weakened heart cannot pump enough oxygen-rich blood to maintain the healthy pink color that indicates good circulation and adequate tissue oxygenation. The color changes typically appear first in areas with thinner skin or rich blood supply, such as your lips, nail beds, and the area around your eyes, before becoming noticeable in your overall facial complexion. Your skin color serves as a direct reflection of how effectively your cardiovascular system is delivering oxygenated blood to your body's tissues, making your bathroom mirror an important diagnostic tool for monitoring heart health. Healthy skin appears pink or rosy because oxygen-rich blood has a bright red color that shows through your skin, while oxygen-depleted blood appears darker and creates the bluish or grayish tint associated with poor circulation. As heart failure progresses, your body prioritizes blood flow to vital organs, reducing circulation to your skin and causing the color changes that become increasingly apparent during close examination in good lighting. These color changes often develop so gradually that family members and friends might not notice the subtle transformation occurring over weeks or months of declining heart function. However, the changes become obvious when you compare recent photos to images from several months earlier, or when healthcare professionals who are trained to recognize these signs examine you during medical appointments. The bathroom lighting during grooming routines provides ideal conditions for detecting these color changes because you're looking closely at your face in bright, direct lighting that reveals subtle variations in skin tone. Olivia from Baltimore noticed her lips and face had a grayish tone that became obvious under the bathroom lights, which her daughter mentioned during a visit. Her cardiologist confirmed that this skin color change indicated severe oxygen deprivation from advanced heart failure, requiring immediate hospitalization and treatment. Check your skin color daily in natural light near a window and compare your current complexion to recent photos of yourself taken in similar lighting conditions. Pay particular attention to your lips, the area around your eyes, and your nail beds, which show color changes most readily when circulation becomes compromised. Color changes signal immediate oxygen deprivation, requiring emergency medical evaluation because your vital organs may not be receiving the life-sustaining oxygen levels they need to function properly. Sign 5. Hair thinning and unusual loss. Are you losing significantly more hair than usual, or has your hair become noticeably thinner and more brittle during your regular grooming routine? Cleveland Clinic dermatologists link sudden hair loss in seniors to poor circulation caused by heart failure, as hair follicles require adequate blood flow to remain healthy and continue producing strong, thick hair. This hair loss occurs because your failing heart cannot deliver sufficient oxygen and nutrients to the hair follicles in your scalp, causing them to enter a resting phase where they stop producing new hair and eventually shed the existing hair strands. Unlike gradual hair thinning that occurs with normal aging, heart failure-related hair loss tends to be more sudden and noticeable, often affecting areas of your scalp that previously had thick, healthy hair growth. Your hair follicles are among the first non-essential tissues to be affected when your heart cannot maintain adequate circulation throughout your body. Blood flow to your scalp decreases as your cardiovascular system redirects available blood to vital organs like your brain, heart, and kidneys, leaving your hair follicles without the oxygen and nutrients they need for normal hair production. This process results in hair that becomes thinner, more brittle, and more likely to break during normal grooming activities like brushing, combing, or styling. The hair loss pattern typically differs from male or female pattern baldness, instead affecting the hair uniformly across your scalp rather than following the typical recession patterns associated with hormonal hair loss. The timing and extent of hair loss can provide important clues about the progression of your heart failure, as more severe circulation problems typically cause more dramatic and widespread hair thinning. You might notice increased amounts of hair in your brush, comb, or shower drain, or observe that your hair appears less full when you style it during your morning grooming routine. The hair that remains often loses its normal luster and strength, becoming dull, dry, and prone to breaking because the hair shaft isn't receiving adequate nutrition through the blood supply to the follicles. Albert from Phoenix discovered that his barber mentioned his hair seemed much thinner and was coming out in unusual amounts during regular haircuts over a 3-month period. His doctor's examination revealed that poor circulation from undiagnosed heart failure was affecting blood flow to his scalp, causing the dramatic hair loss that his barber had observed. Count the hairs in your brush or comb daily and note any significant increases in hair loss that persist for more than a few weeks, and take photos of your hair from different angles monthly to track changes in thickness and coverage. Save hair from your brush for a week and compare the amount to what you typically lose to identify sudden increases in hair shedding. Document hair changes immediately because they reflect your heart's declining ability to circulate blood to non-essential tissues, and early detection allows for treatment that can potentially reverse some of the hair loss while addressing the underlying heart condition. Sign 6. Inability to wear rings or shoes. Due to swelling, have your rings become too tight to remove? Or do your shoes no longer fit due to swollen feet and hands that you notice during your daily dressing routine? The American College of Cardiology identifies extremity swelling as a hallmark sign of congestive heart failure, often first noticed during daily grooming and dressing activities when you're putting on jewelry, shoes, or clothing that previously fit comfortably. This swelling occurs because your weakened heart cannot effectively pump blood back from your extremities against gravity, causing fluid to accumulate in your hands, feet, and lower legs, where gravity naturally pulls it downward throughout the day. The swelling typically starts mild and gradually worsens as heart failure progresses, making rings feel tight, shoes uncomfortable, and socks leave indentations in your skin that take several minutes to disappear after you remove them. Your circulatory system relies on your heart's pumping action to move blood from your extremities back to your lungs and heart for oxygenation and recirculation. But heart failure disrupts this essential process. When your heart cannot pump effectively, blood begins pooling in your veins, particularly in your legs and feet, where gravity makes it most difficult for the weakened heart to move blood back toward your chest. This blood pooling increases pressure in your veins and capillaries, forcing fluid out of your blood vessels and into the surrounding tissues, where it causes the visible swelling that interferes with your ability to wear normally fitting shoes, rings, and clothing. The progression of this swelling often follows a predictable pattern that you can monitor during your daily grooming routine, typically starting with mild puffiness in your feet and ankles that worsens throughout the day and partially resolves overnight when you elevate your legs during sleep. As heart failure advances, the swelling becomes more persistent and extends higher up your legs, while also beginning to affect your hands and fingers, making rings difficult to remove and causing your hands to appear puffy and swollen. This fluid retention represents a dangerous accumulation of excess fluid that your failing heart cannot circulate properly, putting additional strain on your cardiovascular system and potentially leading to life-threatening complications. Florence from Denver couldn't get her wedding ring off, and her feet were too swollen for her regular shoes during her morning dressing routine, changes that developed gradually over several weeks. Her cardiologist's examination revealed that fluid retention from heart failure had caused her to gain 8 pounds of water weight, requiring immediate treatment to prevent pulmonary edema. Measure your ring finger and ankle circumference at the same time each morning before getting dressed, and keep a simple log of these measurements to track changes that might develop gradually over time. Try on your rings and shoes each morning to monitor for tightness or difficulty that might indicate fluid retention, and weigh yourself daily at the same time to detect sudden weight gains from fluid accumulation. Swelling that interferes with dressing requires immediate cardiac evaluation to prevent worsening heart failure, because fluid retention can quickly progress to dangerous levels that affect your breathing and put life-threatening strain on your cardiovascular system. Your daily grooming routine provides a perfect opportunity to monitor these critical heart health indicators that could save your life through early detection of cardiovascular problems before they become life-threatening emergencies. Each sign we discussed gives you actionable ways to assess your heart health using simple observations you can make every single day while brushing your teeth, styling your hair, or getting dressed for the day. Which of these grooming signs have you noticed in yourself or someone you care about? And what changes will you start monitoring today during your daily routine? Share your observations in the comments to help other seniors recognize these life-saving warning signs. Like this video, if you learned something that could help detect heart problems early, subscribe for more health information that could save lives. And share this with every senior you know, because recognizing these grooming signs could literally be the difference between early treatment and a medical emergency.